All right, guys, we are here with
Tamer Gnatzig.
And he is currently X1 at GenCon. We may or may not have one more round, but he has such a cool deck that I have to show it off right now. So, what are you playing today?
I'm playing BEELZEMon.
Okay. Get the boy in there.
Okay, so I'll start off by threes. A lot of people aren't really playing BEELZEMon right now because, kind of in my opinion, it's not too good because it's a lot of RNG factor, but I just wanted to have a good time, just coming for the weekend with some friends. But start off 2 of the Impmons just to search, and then 4 of this Impmon, and then 4 of this Impmon. This one's obvious. These are the ones that you max out on, these 2, because this one just lets you dig deeper when you're milling, and then this one is like the best starter. You want to see this turn 1. If you don't see this, you usually lose the game if you don't get enough mills through, because you basically don't get any of your effects. Level 4s. Play 1 Doberman. This actually isn't supposed to be a Doberman. I just can get a 4th blast mode because I play 4 blast mode just because I want to optimize the amount of mills. Every single time I saw this, I wished it was a blast mode, and I think I only played it once, like actually like evoed into it once, and it didn't actually do anything for me.
Oh man.
And then I actually play the hybrid engine in Beels, so I max out 4 of these obviously because it's the only level 5, and then 4 of the retaliation when you put on the Koichi, and then 3 of the normal ones. This one's still pretty good, even though like this is the one that gets its good effect, because sometimes you have to go on top of the level 3s, and if you do it this one on the level 3s, you obviously have to pay 3. So sometimes you do this, and then this just because you mill your Tamers, and the Tamer is kind of how you like get into blast mode, and if you don't get in blast mode, you don't win with this deck either. There's a lot of things that you need to draw and mill and have on board to win with this deck, so that's why I kind of like call it inconsistent and fringe. But don't play any other level 5s, just straight to the 6s now. The warp, this is the important one. It lets you skip your Immons to level 6 so that you can blast mode. Otherwise you have to go into one of these ones. And then play 4 of this one. This is the best one to mill, just brings back your Immons, brings back your mill 3 Impmon importantly, so that you just dig faster. And 3 blast mode, like I said, it's supposed to be 4 just because you want to maximize on the mill effects, because they're the things that let you win the matchups that you shouldn't have won, because, you know. Then for options, I play 3 Calling from Darkness. Realistically, you don't play a lot of copies of this in most decks, but specifically in Beels, it's really good because you just mill through things really fast and fix bad hands. Because this is since you're playing a hybrid engine, and you're not playing a lot of rookies, if you could even get like a small amount of mills, this will fix your hands in getting you those hybrids, because you need to have both of them and a Tamer. And it'll get you the rookies just so that you could actually like keep on pushing out a rookie every single turn from your breeding area. No, I would never put this down to 2 or 1. It's honestly really important to have it 3. I probably wouldn't play 4 though, obviously. And then 4 of this, just memory gain, lets you make turns where if they put you to 3 because of your Tamer, you could pump this to actually swing with 2 hybrids for game. And it's obvious, just mill. And then 4 of this, it's really good in the Imperial matchup specifically because jamming kind of just screws your deck, because you play a lot of things. So if you're playing against like another blue deck like Garurumon, it's not a big deal because they'll swing and they'll usually die to it because you're playing 8 level 6s and 3, or you should be playing 4 level 7s. So this is really good in a matchup like Imperial. It's also just really good removal. 4 cost is just, you know, really strong. And then for the Tamers, just play 4 of each of these, kind of self-explanatory. This I play the hybrid engine just because if you have this, it lets you pitch the blast modes from hand. That's why I play 4, because I could get rid of it really easily. But it lets you turn this essentially into this, and this is your win con. And also just looping this over and over with the hybrids and with Calling from Darkness is good too. Just it's like a pseudo rookie rush kind of like play. If you don't really have anything else, you could just keep on poking them, and they can't really do anything. They can't interact with you because that's just how Tamers are. Not a lot of people have removal. It's bad if you play against War Greymon, but otherwise they have like nothing that they could interact with, so they just have to put something out, and then you could usually pop it with other things. And then just play these for my eggs, just because.
Did you ever miss the 5th egg at all?
No, I haven't been playing a 5th egg since like set 1, because you never go to the 5th egg in this deck. And I think most decks you usually don't. Like green maybe be the only one because Mimi, but only the 4 eggs. if you were to hit a 5th egg, you probably would have already ducked out. That's usually the case.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I play the on deletion one. I think most people play the on deletion one. Some people might play like Demi-Mare or something like that, but just milling 2 is better, especially if you swing with the dude and it dies, you get a mill 5, rather than if you swing and then you mill 1 off of Pagu. It's really bad when you hit this, because your Impmon didn't die yet, you don't actually get a res it back.
Right.
So a play that, it seems like you shouldn't do it, but whenever you swing with an Impmon, you almost never want to tap with this unless you already have an Impmon in grave. Because, I don't know, it's really results-oriented thinking, but this mills off this so often for me that I just almost never do it. I don't think it's right.
Fair enough. Do you have like any good matchups, bad matchups? I assume SecCon's really bad because of like the deck out angle sort of thing.
Yeah. I think Imperial's kind of a bad matchup. That's why I play the option, because they could just rush you down faster. Armor Rush isn't too bad if you hit the blast modes, because you could actually pop off the armor perks because they're level 4. And it just turns into a rookie because sometimes the Magnamon gets like really big and you can't really do anything unless you pop it. Black is kind of rough, but it's always been rough. It's just bad because the level 5, so like you can't interact with it. It just gets really huge and then they just kill you the next turn. And yeah, green, it's more or less whether they brick. They'll just kill you faster, but the deck's really bricky. My deck's also really bricky. It's 50-50, I'd say.
Okay.
Black War Greymon is probably a bad matchup just because they could pop off your Koichis because they're both 3, so they could pop 2. And
or like pop 1, pop it in.
I don't think this deck has like any really amazing matchups. I do think it actually is pretty favored against Garurumon though, and I played three of those today. So round 1 I played a Mastermon. Rounds 2 and 3 I played an Alphamon. Then I played a Garuru, an Alphamon, and a Garuru.
Okay.
So a lot of the same stuff, so it's kind of just been working out. I might have just got lucky because of that, but you know.
Still very cool profile. Do you have any shout outs?
Shout out to Evolution Gaming, that's my locals, all my friends that I test with. Not much else to say, but yeah.
All right, thank you very much for the deck profile. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.